everybody, it's Christy back with another Mixed Media Monday here on the Paper Issues YouTube channel. I am going to be working with stencils as stamps. So I'm going to show you, I have a couple of stencils out. I have oxide inks, I have the Vicki Boutin mixed media crayons. You could also use the gel pens as well if you would like. But I'm going to show you a couple of different techniques so that you can try this with what you have at home. The whole idea is to get you guys using these crayons and your oxides in new ways. So let's get started. All right, so the first technique is I'm going to use this Vicki Boutin stencil and the Distress Oxide inks. And all I'm going to do is stamp them onto the stencil itself. So you can swipe it like this, or you can stamp it down. As you can see, you're going to get some negative. The negative of this is going to show up on the paper. So that's why I did it here on the paper. So that's the first color, and this is Tumbled Glass. And then I'm going to use Prize Ribbon, which is the brand new Tim Holtz color. And you do the same thing, swipe and pat. This color is so pretty. I was wondering how it would look compared to Blueprint Sketch, but yeah, it's a good one. So that is the new Prize Ribbon, and then the last color is the Chipped Sapphire. Just rub it across. The Chipped Sapphire seems to be one of the pads that has seems to have some issues with how like squishy it is. So you can see that it's a little harder to get the color on. Maybe I just need a new one. And just swipe it across, and then you take it over here. And this is what you get on this paper, which is kind of like a faint shadow background. And then this is what I was intending for it to do. Take some of your mixed media, no, this is the Distress Sprayer by Tim Holtz. You lightly mist it on top. Pick it up. Remember to take the corners, and then you can just lay it right on top of your paper and treat it like a stamp. So down it goes, and then you can press. One of the things that I would recommend is using a paper towel roll to go over the top. If you use your hands, a lot of times you're going to swipe the color across the background. So depends on the look you're going for. So that helps press it down. And then when you lift it up, you have like this very faint design with the stencil. Isn't that so fun? So that is using the Distress Oxide inks and the stencil as a stamp. Let's go on to the next technique. All right, and the next technique, I'm going to be using the stencil with the Vicki Boutin crayons. You can also use this with the gel crayons as well. You're just going to take the crayon and you're going to go over the top of the stencil like this, just as if you're shading it. So you just go right across. You're going to get a little bit of like the pieces on there, you can see, but it's going to come out just fine. So that's the light peach. And then I'm going to take this orange color and use that in the middle. And as always, I will link everything that I use down below. You can use any stencil. You do not have to use these particular ones for this technique. So I will link the stencils from the Paper Issues shop, and I will link all the things that you can use down below. The oxides, the distress crayons, the Vicki Boutin mixed media crayons, and the gel crayons. So just like that, make sure you cover the whole thing. I actually saw this on a video. So this doesn't really work on the on that space, but it helps to keep some of the mess. So then you can take this, and again, you're going to want to spray it with some water. Wipe this up so your paper doesn't get all warped. This is just general paper, like the 50 count cardstocks from Michael's or something. It's not anything fancy. So I just use it because I go through a lot of stuff like this on mixed media page, like practice pages. So yeah, just roll it over. You can see how it gives you, the crayon comes off. So you're definitely going to get some of that swiped across, but it actually adds to it because I was practicing before. I really like how it turns out. And then look at that. Isn't it so pretty? So yeah, you can see you get some of the chunky pieces of crayon, but you just let that dry. You can use your Ranger heat gun to dry it, but that is that technique. I did the same thing with a different stencil here. So yeah, let's wrap everything up for the day. So here's our techniques. This is the bubble stencil from Vicki Boutin with a distress oxide swiped across, misted with water and used as a stamp. And this is this floral Vicki Boutin stencil with the Vicki Boutin crayons colored over the top. You can also use the gel crayons, which would probably work even better because you won't get those little chunky pieces. I sprayed it with the distress sprayer, misted the top of the stencil, and used it as a stamp. So here's a challenge for you. Use your stencils in new ways. Use them as stamps, use the negative, use the positive, do all different things. I can't wait to see what you create. As always, all of the products will be linked in the description box below. Make sure that you are subscribed to our channel. Hit the bell notification button so that you will get notified every time a new video is posted. And we will be back next Monday with the next edition of Mixed Media Monday. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and see you later. Bye.